Look me in the eye and answer honestly. Have you ever seen Real Madrid like this? The biggest club in the world, the so-called kings of Europe, looking like a field hospital right before the most important game of the year. Guardiola's city is coming. Real has no center-backs. Mbappé isn't 100%. And the team looks like it forgot how to win games. Yeah, my friend, this is a real crisis at the Bernabeu, and I'm about to show you just how deep this hole goes. But hey, before I tell you who might not even step on the pitch, do me a favor. If you're as addicted to football as I am, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. It's free, and you won't miss a single detail of this battle. Deal? Let's go. Look, I'm not exaggerating when I say Valdebebas, Real Madrid's training complex, looks more like an emergency room than an elite training center right now. What's happening to this squad is bizarre, completely off the charts. Imagine having to build a team to face Guardiola's Manchester City, a machine that grinds opponents into dust, and realizing half your army is on crutches or stuck in the medical room. Here's the situation. Real Madrid's defense has basically evaporated. Militão, the pillar at the back, is still struggling to regain top form after yet another annoying injury. And Arbeloa? At this point, he's practically a permanent absence, the kind that throws the entire defensive system into chaos. You might think, well, Real Madrid has depth. Sure, but the backup defense is patched together too. Arbeloa, who basically parachuted into this firestorm, has had to look down to the academy, the Real Madrid Castilla kids, hoping to find someone who can somehow deal with Holland. That's a ridiculous amount of pressure on players who barely have professional minutes. And it doesn't stop there. The drama turns into a full-blown horror movie when you move up to the attack. Mbappé, who arrived with all the fanfare of Madrid's new king, has been dealing with physical issues nobody expected. That explosive burst, the one that leaves defenders eating dust, just hasn't been there. Bellingham, the engine of the team, the guy who crashes the box and decides games, is also playing through pain. You can tell he's not 100%. He's giving everything with his heart, but his body is clearly protesting. And Rodrigo? Another name that's constantly listed as doubtful. The result is a domino effect that's deadly for Real Madrid. Without their key pieces, the team has lost its identity. That lightning-fast transition, those lethal counterattacks we used to see, they've practically disappeared. The team looks slow, predictable, and worst of all, vulnerable. Recent La Liga results already tell the story. Real has been stumbling at home, dropping points against smaller teams because the legs aren't there, and the chemistry is off. And the Bernabeu crowd has started to react. You know that whistle, that uncomfortable feeling in the stadium that says, something is seriously wrong here. Now pay close attention, because in the middle of this war zone scenario, where Real Madrid suddenly looks like a giant made of glass, there's one guy who doesn't seem shaken at all. And you know exactly who I'm talking about. Vini Jr isn't just Real Madrid's best player right now. He's the soul of the team, the heartbeat, and honestly, the main reason Guardiola probably isn't sleeping too well in Manchester. While the medical room is full and Arbeloa is scrambling to build a defense, Vini is out there ready for battle, smiling like someone who knows the whole world is watching. If you look at recent matchups, City has learned to respect Real Madrid. But their real fear has a name: Vinícius Júnior. Remember those runs that made Walker one of the fastest defenders in the world look like he was running in sand? Exactly. Vini has become Guardiola's tactical nightmare. City might dominate possession with 80%, They might string together 1,000 passes. But if they lose the ball and it lands at Vini's feet, the entire stadium stands up. Because everyone knows something is about to happen. He's the guy who turns the impossible into reality. In 2026, the responsibility on his shoulders has doubled. With Mbappé not fully fit and Bellingham playing through pain, Vini Jr. has basically become Real Madrid's entire attacking system. He's not just the flashy winger anymore. He's the leader, the guy who draws the fouls, ignites the crowd, and most importantly, decides big games. Arbeloa knows it too. The strategy is simple. Give the ball to Vini and pray. And honestly, a lot of the time, that's enough. He's already proven he doesn't need much to silence the Etihad or blow the roof off the Bernabeu. But before I tell you how I think this clash will end, let me ask you something. If you believe Vini Jr. is going to carry the team and decide this one again, subscribe to the channel right now. I'm following every detail of this build-up, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. If you love beautiful football and comeback stories, you're in the right place. What we're about to see is Vini's ultimate test. He's going to be hunted on the pitch, kicked, rotated between defenders all night. But we know this kid. Pressure only makes him bigger. And history against English teams shows one thing. When Real Madrid looked dead and buried, it was often Vini pulling a rabbit out of the hat. City may be a machine, but Real Madrid still has the X factor. And that X factor wears the number 7. Now I want to hear from you. After everything we just talked about, all these injuries, City breathing down their necks, can Arbeloa pull a miracle out of the hat? Or is this the time Real Madrid finally gets knocked down? Can Vini Jr. really carry that weight on his own? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I want to hear your honest take on this match. And hey, if you made it this far and still haven't hit like, now's the moment. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss the next chapter of this Champions League drama, and share this with that friend who still believes the shirt alone wins games. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.